Hello.
Hello, who do we got on the phone?
Hey, this is David.
Hey! Welcome to the Wiseguyz show.
Hey.
David Howard Thornton,
Yes, that is me. At
a.k.a.
least
Art
that's what
the
my
Clown.
underwear says.
Now, you don't mind me asking, are you in New Jersey, New York, or any, or am I calling, like, I see you were born in Alabama, is that correct?
Yeah. I was born in Huntsville, Alabama. I live here in Astoria right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Cool.
Wow,
Oh, you should have came in tonight.
Why don't you come
coulda
in?
Came in.
Yeah.
Well, you got a con to go to tomorrow, I believe, right? You said to me.
Yeah. I'm flying out to Las Vegas tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, my first time going to Vegas, so I'm excited.
Oh, it's
Nice.
beautiful. You enjoy the weather.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. But, yeah, we're doing Days of the Dead out there this weekend, we decided to go a day early just so we can enjoy the city.
You want a recommendation?
Yeah, sure.
The haunted house,
Which one?
the Ghost Adventures.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I just went to this past weekend. I was down in Louisville, Kentucky, and I went to Waverly Hills Sanatorium.
Oh wow,
Nice.
wow.
Oh, that was freaky.
You're gonna be freaked out in the haunted house of the Ghost Adventures. You're gonna love it. I don't know if you're into mob stuff too. They got the mob museum. That's another great. But
Oh, cool.
But you do a lot of horror, so I would recommend the haunted museum first.
Cool. I'll look into that.
You're
then.
gonna
Yeah, 'cause
love it. You thank me for that for going.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
first thing I wanted to ask you was when and how are we going to be able to watch Terrifier 2?
That's the question everybody asks. I get that every day. We're looking at early next year now.
Really?
It's yeah. We wanted to get it out for this Halloween, but COVID kind of slowed everything down. So Damien's right now in the process of finishing editing. He just sent the first half of the movie out to get color corrected.
Okay.
And he's working on the second half. And once we get that all fixed up, we should be talking to distribution.
Nice.
And so once we get distribution set up, we'll know the actual date that we can release.
I really can't wait. We got Genevieve Rossi, the horror queen, in the house too. By the way. So.
Hey there. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Awesome. Yeah, I've been in a number of horror movies, and Terrifier looks like a really cool one. You have a great look for it.
Oh, thank you. I guess that's a good thing.
Well, I don't know if it's a good daily look, but it's a good horror movie.
No, you're. When I first saw, listen, when I met you, we met you at the HorrorCon at the Atlantic City, and we did an actual interview with you at the table there. Remember, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jumpin' Gennaro here. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
All right.
We also got Biagio and Joey Cat in the house.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
Good, man. You got a full house.
Yep.
Yeah.
And but when I first met you, I didn't see the movie yet, Terrifier, and I got to tell you, as soon as we got home, I went and found it and I watched it, and I was extremely impressed. And them guys, Fuzz on the Lens, Jason and Mike and all them guys from Fuzz on the Lens, we knew them when they were younger. They are like solid as could be. They are all good. They're good guys, and I'm so happy that they're all part of this. I got to say, the movie was extremely impressed. Extremely impressed. The graphics, the special effects, the way you looked, the way you played. I mean, it was. I'm being honest, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to butter it up. No, I'm serious. It's definitely the horror movie of our time. I got to say, and it was an amazing job.
Thank you. Just wait till you see part 2. Then I think we've upped the game.
All right, so the Jumpin' Gennaro.
Oh,
here.
and I gotta forget. No, one more guy. The comedian. Our good friend.
Craig.
Craig Lloydgren.
Lloydgren,
Yes.
Is he in part 2?
He might be.
Great guy. I love Craig.
Yeah, he's great. I'm actually. You talked about the Fuzz guys. I've been working on another movie with them called Stream that we're doing an Indiegogo campaign for right now.
Nice. They're great guys.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that they're. I remember when they first started with the Staten Island Clown, and look at where they're at. They're amazing. Good guys.
It's insane.
I was about to ask you, who was who's the main writer, or should I say who's the one who came up with the?
It's Damien Leone.
Yep.
He wrote it, directed it, does all the practical effects himself. He's editing it himself. The man is a one-man army.
Is he a descendant of Sergio Leone?
No,
Well, he did the
that would be
spaghetti
amazing.
westerns.
Yeah, I know. He would totally, like, if that was the case, he would be going crazy too, because he's a huge fan of those.
You know what? That would be interesting. Imagine a spaghetti western horror.
They had it.
Oh my gosh.
I think they did
that would
something
be-
like that.
You
They-
did?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
something
There were a
like
lot
that.
of Italian horror films.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mario
yeah.
Bava.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Bela Lugosi.
I want to ask you though, the makeup and what you got to go through, it has to be like a lot. It has to be like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is that like paint or is that makeup? I mean, I don't even know. The character looks so amazing. It's definitely something freaky that you would see in a nightmare. And
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Do you do the
what do you
cramp-
go through for all that?
Yeah, it's one big huge gelatin mask that
Oh.
Damien molds and makes for my face. So every single day that I come in, he has to make a new mask.
Oh, wow.
And so it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to apply all of that stuff, and it might take longer depending on like how much battle damage I have on my face, because
So-
we have to match up continuity with all the blood splatters, and if I get my eye gouged out or something like that, we have to apply all that stuff. So it's a process.
You basically you don't really have to do much acting. By the second hour, you're probably like, I gotta rip this fucking thing. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
So probably.
it falls apart.
I remember when what's his name was doing the Grinch, Jim Carrey was saying.
Well,
that,
he did the Grinch too. You did the Grinch, didn't you?
I did. I
Oh,
toured with
wow.
it for 5 years.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
wow.
that was a musical, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Were
I
you
did
the-
the Broadway tour of it.
Were you the Grinch by any chance?
I was his understudy, and I also played Grandpa Who.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wonderful.
I remember that he said that after like 3-4 hours, he'd feel like he wanted to rip it off. He would go crazy. So he got this ex-Marine to come in and give him tactics on how to deal with mentally. And what he suggested is to strike like the bottom of his thigh, and to centralize the pain in his leg. It would take the focus off him mentally. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. Well, luckily, I didn't have to do that. I think like a lot of the locations we were in kind of helped with that, because they were miserable places. Like, because we were usually filming in the winter and a lot of really cold locations.
so that was like an insulator. You're saying.
Oh yeah. It was also like you just feel the cold, and you're like, that's what your focus is on. Like, oh my God, I'm so cold right now.
You were just so everything was so miserable, but it took your mind off of being miserable. That's what you're saying.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you something. And I know Terrifier was a complete success. Why isn't it in theaters this time of year?
I think it's because of the content matter. I hate saying it, but I feel like Hollywood has become really,
Even
a bunch
in
of
horror
pussies
movies?
when it comes, they don't like to show the gore anymore. They don't like to show all the violence. It's just it's
God.
not like how it was back in the day. It's just like I've noticed that when I watch a lot of the modern horror films that are not independent, but like the ones made by the main studios, it seems like they don't like to show the kills anymore.
Everything's getting changed.
Oh,
man.
and
It's
I
trying,
gotta
trying
be
to
honest
change
with
the
you.
whole world.
Wait, but
Oh, yeah.
It's sickening.
who here saw Terrifier? Anybody other than me?
No, but now I'm
Internet?
inspired.
No. You got to see it, because you got to take it as a horror movie, obviously, and a good quality horror movie. The scenes, the camera work, everything was done great. What really made the movie, really put the stamp on it, was the special effects. I mean, you watch movies from the past, you could see it, but you guys really showed what it would look like for real.
You know what would be really freaky? If we watched the Terrifier at the Haunted Theater in Boonton.
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it. Let's do
yeah.
it.
We did a showing last year at the Kreischer Mansion here in Staten Island, which is a
wow.
really big haunted
Yeah,
place.
Joe,
So that was
that place
yeah.
was very
Craig
freaky.
has a lot to do with that one.
Yeah, I heard of that. Wait, that was the one we were supposed to go to. Was it a drive-in?
Yeah. It was a drive-in.
I can't watch scary movies. I'm scared.
Oh, you're gonna get scared.
I'm scared. I can't do it.
You're gonna cry.
Ever since I was a kid,
So
We'll
you're,
let you watch Sex in the
have
City. That's scary enough.
Paranormal activity.
well,
in
no,
the theater.
but you're saying Terrifier 2. Now, I'm not going to ask you nothing about it. I want to watch it, be surprised myself. But now, you're saying is Terrifier 2 even longer and more special effects and more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you're on the gore. How about like more of a scarier movie? Was Terrifier 2 more of a scarier movie?
I would say so, especially when it comes to the gore factor. I think the first 5 minutes of the movie alone would give us an NC-17 rating.
Nice. I can't
It's
wait.
it's just brutal, and we have this is where I think COVID kind of helped us because we were filming right when the pandemic happened, and we still had 2 big kill scenes to film when we went to lockdown here.
Wow.
And we started filming one of them, and it was good. It was already good. But we're like, well, now we have more time because we don't know how long this stupid pandemic is going to be. So we're like, well, we have more time to actually sit back and construct all the prosthetics. So Damon's like, well, if we got this extra time, why don't I go back and look at what I had written and actually add more to the kill scene? And so that's what we did. We went back to the drawing board. So something that was supposed to take 2 days to film ended up taking a week to film. Because there's so many practical elements that he added to this. Like, it was supposed to go one way, and he just kept going with the kill scenes. So it's basically 4 or 5 minutes of me just slaughtering one person.
Was it March?
Wow.
Was it March,
crazy.
April last year? Around
Yeah, it was in March, but we ended up filming this bit
How many
right
times-
before Christmas.
How many
wow.
times you walk out in March, April, in the middle of the city, and it was just completely desolate. I mean, like you literally saw it was fucking eerie.
It was
like a
really
horror movie.
crazy.
that was weird.
Well, see, what happened was we were upstate, up in Canajoharie, New York, out in the middle of Amish country, middle of nowhere when the lockdown happened. So we didn't know what was going on.
You wouldn't
And
notice.
then we come back here to the city, and like where I live in Queens on Steinway is like a huge busy area with all the bars and stuff, all the clubs, and it was just dead, ghost town. I was like, whoa, this is real.
You know why
This is
they call it
actually real.
Steinway, right?
Why?
Because I always think of the pianos.
Correct. That's the original Steinway plan.
I'm surprised the horror queen didn't see Terrifier.
No, I haven't gotten around to it. No,
I'm really surprised because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm a big horror fan. I try to. It's hard for me to watch a movie the same time. I mean, a horror movie again and again. Now I was used to that with Halloween and but I like a new good one. And I gotta say, I gotta say I was very open minded to watch it, and I watched it. I was like, this is the Halloween or the of today's time, like the clown that he is definitely the figure that'll you're gonna do part 3. If you're telling me part 2 is good, you're definitely doing part 3.
Well, I'm gonna
and
tell
maybe
you-
4 and 5.
Well,
It's gonna-
Terrifier 3 should be like
This should be a series
Should be a
on, like,
Godzilla
during the-
King Kong a fight between the horror queen and the Terrifier.
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
interesting.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could face off.
No, it's,
Face off.
Yeah.
it's a cool character. It really is.
I think I could take you.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of
I got a
that people
challenge.
don't know is something part sleeves. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
Now, do you when you go to any of these horror cons or anything that you do you ever dress the part, or is it just too much?
yeah, sometimes we do. We like this weekend in Vegas, I'm going to be doing the full photo op and costume and makeup.
Wow, that's cool.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you
We only
talk?
do it one day. No, I don't talk at all. As soon as I walk out of the room, I am completely silent.
Nice. That's
I like to stay in character and give
That's
everybody
good.
the experience.
I just saw
Wonderful.
a tutorial on using cranberry juice and red dye as real blood, and I think they added something else in it to the effect of like gory, like bleeding.
No, you got. I'm telling you, the special.
Ketchup.
Heard that one?
Look, I'm trying to tell you,
Cranberry
the
juice.
special
Ways to make
effects
blood.
in this
What's that?
is
There's a lot
on
of
the
different
money.
ways to make
It's on
blood.
the money. It's on the money. And it really did look real, and that's why I'm saying it's on the money. And I can't wait to Terrifier 2. I really thought it was out already. Where it
I
may have been
wish.
on demand. I would have put it on demand. Well, you'll probably make a few million just leaving it on demand for this month. I'm telling you, I would have got it the other day. If I knew,
Yeah.
I checked everywhere. I'm like, where is this thing? And
It's coming. It's coming. It's clocking in at over almost 2.5 hours long.
oh
Wow.
wow,
It's huge.
that's good stuff.
It's big, and we just couldn't cut anything because everything that we could cut leads to something else. So it's just like everything's important. So it's like, well, we'll just make it a longer movie. Then
I
It's
forget
like,
how long the first one was. Wasn't the first one like almost 2 hours or hour?
it was about an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So now you're
Yeah.
going an extra. You're going extra time. And,
Yeah, we're almost going an hour longer than the first one.
Wow.
They should have
wow.
They should have called David Chase.
That's
up.
great. That's great. But
We just want to entertain people, so that's the
No,
thing. It's
that's-
like that's the
When
important
was
thing.
this
You just
movie
keep them
out?
engaged.
Freddie. When was this movie out?
Terrifier came out a few years ago. I think 16,
Yeah, it came out March of 2018.
Oh, so
2018.
it's new.
Yeah, Terrifier. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but I want to tell you now, not to jump to different, but you've done other stuff though. I did notice you did some Night of the Living Dead. What was that? Was that
Night of the Living Dead. I know I
Was
saw
that
that
the-
Yeah,
movie.
Night of the Living Dead 2. It's we
Two,
were
right.
we did a sizzle reel for this past summer. They put me in a big fat suit.
Oh, okay.
Made me I kind of look like Mr. Crusoe from like Monty Python and the meaning of life in
And
a
then
way.
and Nightwing Escalation. You played the Joker.
I did, yes.
Yeah, it's all that TV series, and they did a little Gotham. You're busy. You like playing the character of the dead.
Yeah, I do. I love playing bad guys, especially. I love doing that kind of stuff. I mean, I would love to be on like What We Do in the Shadows. That's something I would kill to do because it's a nice blend of horror and comedy.
What'd you think of Martin Scorsese's Joker?
I liked it. I mean, it was good in itself, but at the same time, like I thought Joaquin did a fantastic
He was
job.
great.
But I'm also
Yeah, he was great.
Oh yeah, he was great. But I'm also a Joker purist, and I don't believe you need to explain who the Joker is. I think that the mystery of who he is what really makes him creepier. And so I'm like, yeah, you don't need to. As the Joker says, if you have to explain the joke, there is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I look at you because I met you. Like I said, I met you. You guys are younger guys, and I'm happy you're with Fuzz on the Lens. You guys have the full motivation to. I can only imagine what your future holds. You are definitely a character in Terrifier that will last forever. I can guarantee you that. And I know Fuzz on the Lens guys. You said you're doing other stuff with them. They have the ambition to move forward and to be these. I don't know. Like you said, they're doing horror. You saying Hollywood the way it is, but I know somewhere along the way you'll figure it out and make something. I mean, not saying. I mean, I think Terrifier is just an amazing movie, especially a horror movie, because it's very difficult to make something that good and that precise as far as special effects and even the cinematography I thought was amazing. I thought the scenes, the quality, everything was just added up. The actors, it made a real horror movie out of today because it's just you just don't see it all together. You'll see some good stuff, but you had it. I'm telling you, guys got to watch it. You let me know what you think. But you might say it was too gory, but that's the movie. That's the horror movie.
Could it ever really be too gory though?
Yeah, no, not in a horror.
We'll see.
No.
There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot more in
I
part 2.
want to give you a possible scene for Terrifier 3. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So you're ready to whack somebody, right? Your style, and they're on Facebook watching the Wiseguyz show, and they're sitting in the chair and they're watching the show, and as soon as we go, uno, due, tre, hazzo, you whack them, and then you go, hazzo.
His character never talks. His character
He doesn't
never
talk.
Yeah, you don't talk.
No.
So then
I can have that play on my horn or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be great.
But now before,
You can go like this.
I just hold up a sign that says that.
Or you just do the finger count 1, 2, and 3. Whack them and then have something. Yeah.
does anybody have any questions for him? Anything you want to mention? Anything? Ask him anything?
I can't wait to see it.
So-
I'm gonna watch it. I'm
have-
definitely gonna
I do
watch
have
it.
a
I'm gonna
question.
watch
I do have a question. So, this is now how many films altogether that you can remember that you've been part of?
I would say because I let me count real quick because I don't count the extra work I did years ago in films. So I'm going to say Terrifier was my first one. Terrifier 2, Stream, Dark Offerings, so I've done about 4 or 5 films now.
So Terrifier is the one that actually you're most recognized,
Yeah,
of course.
definitely.
Yeah, that was actually my first film that I actually did like a major role in.
I'm trying to tell you, he's the Jason, the Freddy Krueger of our time. You just didn't see the
Wow.
movie yet.
Wow.
I believe that. I believe because the character is so good. There is no clown. Oh, there is in it. But this is just a whole different thing. This is
What do you?
he's like the Jason or the Michael Myers of Terrifier. That's what you have to understand. And he doesn't speak, and his character is this scary looking clown that I think blows away it. But it is just another movie. Just something different. That's more of a drama, I guess, or that's more like a drama horror. I mean, this is flat out horror. Halloween, cutting throats, everything. This is the horror movie that we grew up on.
It's great to watch,
Yeah,
especially this time of
exactly.
year.
And,
right?
he's the Jason. That's
You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna try.
Art the clown.
Art the Clown. Try to make a point about he's saying why people are more sensitive to it. It's not only that; it's that there's a lot more sick minds that are copycatting, and taking.
Nah, you ain't
and
doing that
a
with
lot-
Terrifier though. They're
doing a
trying
lot-
to, but I don't think it never happened because
If someone tries to copy me, they are a truly fucked up person.
Look,
Like,
they took
that
Ronald
person
McDonald
deserves
down.
what they get
They
because
were dressing
Art is
up
not a
Ronald
good guy.
McDonald.
I have a question though. Now you do some obviously you do some cons where you're just yourself. You're not dressed in anything. When people come over to you and don't that have watched the movie and don't know that that's you. When they find out, what's their reaction?
Oh, they're usually like, "Oh, but you're so nice."
Yeah, that's.
And so like, yeah, and I bet I look better in the movie too.
Well, I saw when we interviewed you at HorrorCon, I saw the picture of you, but from the movie I also saw the trailer. But when I met you in person, we interviewed you and everything. But then when I finally went home and saw the role you played, I tell you, I was very impressed, and I'm glad that, like I said, I'm glad Fuzz and the Lens guys are doing this with you. And you when you talk to them, I chat with them once in a blue moon, but tell them I love them. I'm happy to see them moving forward, and happy I met you and see that you guys are all together because you're going to create some good stuff in the future.
It feels like we're basically creating our own little studio system because, like a lot of the team from Terrifier 2 is also on stream. Like Damien's doing all the practical effects for it. We have the same like camera operators and director of photography for both films. So it's like, and we're also a lot of us are working on this Night of the Living Dead 2 film as well. So it's like we're starting our own little studio system here for like horror films and stuff like that.
All right, that's great.
Beautiful.
That's
That's
great
great.
stuff. And if you ever need a horror queen over here, she's always ready to go.
Yeah, I would love to work with you, and I've been in I think over 100 independent horror films. And
That's fantastic.
Always looking for more people to work with, especially cool people like yourself. So.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm always happy to. I mean, like, especially with Stream, we've been working with a lot of the horror alumni and stuff like that. So, and they're wanting to make more Stream movies. So definitely talk to the Fuzz guys about that because I'm like, in Stream, we have like Daniel Harris and Jeffrey Combs, Dee Wallace, Terry Alexander.
Well, will you throw in a good word for me when you are for sure when it's the part 2's coming out? Maybe
definitely.
you have a premiere like I know they did a few premieres with what was the other movie they made with Craig Lloyd-Grin?
The Abnormal Attraction.
Yeah, Abnormal Attraction. We went to that in New York, and but we always support anything you guys do. But
And of
we
course,
would love to
if you
come out
need
to see part 2, and if you need us there, we'll,
Some wise guys in the scene too.
yeah.
Congratulations
Definitely.
to you on
Maybe
that.
we haven't seen
Thank
you
you.
while we're
Thank you.
doing our show. You could come in and kill us all.
Yeah. Combine
It's always
kill
a
us all.
possibility. Who knows what Damien? He's already thinking of ideas for part 3. So
There you
it's
go.
like,
Great.
yeah.
Well, tell Damon I also
knows?
said
Some
hello.
mob guys in there.
But I
Yeah.
I want to thank you, David,
Thanks,
Howard,
David.
Thornton.
Thank you.
I'm looking
Thank
forward
you.
to the premiere of part 2, and please keep us in mind. I'll always keep in touch
Yes.
with the Fuzz on the Lens guys, and if I don't hear from you, I'll reach out to them.
Sounds fantastic. Thank you for having me on as well.
Anytime, and also check out that haunted museum in Vegas. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
Enjoy Vegas.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
All right.
Oh, I am
Arctic
going to
Clown.
have fun.
All right.
Artie,
You wanna do an hot show with him?
absolutely. But you're going to do the count, Artie. So you got to say it in Italian. Don't do it in Spanish because you'll get whacked. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna sign off for you with our famous hot soul.
You do the count. Go ahead, Artie. You know how to say
Oh, my
count
God.
3 in Italian?
You're going to have to help me here because I took French
Uno,
in high school.
due, tre,
Due.
hazzo!
That last part.
That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, David.
You're welcome, guys.
Take care,
Have
Art.
Thanks.
Have
Lots of
fun in
luck.
Vegas.
Enjoy. Take care.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
And
Have a
remember,
great
Artie.
night.
Stay
and
out of the
Artie,
casinos.
one more thing, Artie. Artie, you listening?
Artie.
Yeah.
I mean, Art the Clown. I'm saying
Art the
Artie.
Clown. You call him Artie.
Yeah, he's listening too.
We got Artie Pasquale. Whatever happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, you better believe it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Y'all have a
Take
great
care.
night.
You too.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
That was cool.